Hello everybody, welcome to Vigilant Citizen. My name is Josh. Merry Christmas. I've got some orange juice here. No, there's nothing else in it. And I hope that the thumbnail of this video and the title of it didn't put you off at all, especially given the juxtaposition of my very merry outfit here. Christmas is just around the corner, so I thought I'd get ready for it. So, I was just watching another YouTube channel in which this guy goes through chess. He knows his chess very well, and he talks about a lot of different concepts, and he knows all the openings, and he knows a lot of stuff. And I think he's actually a grandmaster. And I've got dog hairs everywhere. I can't escape. I just rolled this thing just to get rid of it, and it's still there. So I apologize for my unprofessional appearance. Who is this joker in front of your screen right now? But anyway, I was watching this guy who was doing it, and halfway through, he stopped and he said, "You should do this medical procedure." I probably don't need to tell you which one he was referring to because it's the one that everybody's talking about all the time now and just won't ever shut up about it. But he stopped his chess channel to tell his viewers that, and he specifically said, "I'm not a doctor, but you should do this." And I don't know, just guys, I'm not a doctor. I'm never going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do with your own body. That's between you and your doctor. That's not the point of this video. But look, get your nose out of other people's business. Don't tell them what they should or shouldn't do. Encourage them to have a good discussion with their doctor and make the right decision for them. This whole time, I don't even know how far I should go into this, but now since I'm on it, one thing that drives me nuts is everybody's like, do these things for your health, put on a face covering for your health, but they never stop to ask if you've got asthma or if you've got COPD or anything like that. So some of us who suffer from some of those things, now we just do it. I don't know, just whatever. I'll leave it at that. This is not what this video is supposed to be about. This is supposed to be a much darker topic. No, not really. Because even though I'm saying that I'm not a doctor, I do have bad news for you, and I've got a diagnosis for you. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter that I'm not a doctor, but I feel confident in diagnosing this on you. I've diagnosed you with a severe case of life, and I am sorry, but it is terminal. At some point, it is going to end you because nobody gets out of it alive. So I can say that with 100% certainty, even though I'm not your doctor. If you need a second opinion, I recommend you go to your doctor and go ask them and see if they agree with me. I would bet $100 that they will. And the reason that I want to bring it up, this kind of ties into my previous video called Don't Live in Fear, or something like that. Yeah, don't live in fear, don't be fearful, whatever it was. Because I think we're seeing some things play out in society, and we've seen it played out for the last couple years, in which some people have become very scared, like I've said, and some of them rightfully so, and I understand that. I'm not trying to speak poorly about anybody's personal position or the trauma or challenges that they're finding themselves in. People have compromised immune systems, things like that. So don't get me wrong here. I'm not trying to say that some people shouldn't be careful or whatever. Some people should be careful every single flu season because they could get the flu and it could lead to pneumonia and it could kill them based on their age or just other health problems that they're having. So let me just put that disclaimer out there first. I'm not trying to be a jerk here. But some people, it seems they have become addicted to the fear. They want to live in the fear. They are using it to drive every single decision that they're making. And I think the reason that they're doing that their mind has become so wrapped up in it, is because in some sense, they are now, for the first time, being shown their mortality. They're facing their own mortality, and it terrifies them because now they want to try to avoid death. I just finished Atlas Shrugged yesterday morning. What a read. And one of the things that Ayn Rand said in there was that trying to avoid death is not the same thing as experiencing life. It's not the same thing as living. And I thought that was really eye-opening. That was a very observant thing to say, because it kind of goes back to what I was just saying about some of these people who have gotten so scared that look at what they're doing now, running around and just trying to avoid death at all costs. They're trying to avoid death at all costs. And because they don't accept it, because they reject it, because they don't they don't want it, I guess. Not that I want it, not that anybody wants it, but they're suddenly realizing it. Death has been something that's on the very end of their thought process. Yeah, I guess I'll die one day, but that's a long ways away from here. But I think there's a different mindset that you should take, and what I'll encourage you to start thinking about. Not to be morbid, but to realize that you could die at any moment because a satellite could fall on your head, you could get in your car, and the same old staples of what people say, you could always die. But really start thinking about that. Really start understand that. And realize that you are not getting out of it alive. It's coming for you at some point, and it's not like it's stalking you. It's not like those Final Destination movies where death is just lurking around the corner and it's going to throw a fish hook at you so that you get tetanus and you die, right? It's not that, but it's going to happen to all of us, even the best of us, thankfully the worst of us too. And you can't avoid it. It's best to sort of embrace it, understand it, accept it as part of what makes you a human and what makes you an actor in this world, and embrace it. Not in the sense that you like it or that you want it for yourself or your friends or your family, but just knowing that you need to pass through this life with some dignity. And if you are consistently and constantly just trying to find how to avoid it, you are not going to live your life. You're going to look foolish to some people, and you're still not going to stop it, no matter what you do. So start thinking about it, start accepting it, start embracing it, and live your life regardless of the fact that you're going to die. Because you don't want to be there on your deathbed and thinking, gosh, I could have done so much more if I hadn't been so scared of this moment. And now it's here, and now there's nothing I can do, right? You'd rather just live your life. Don't live in fear. Don't let fear consume you. Don't let it be the main motivating factor in your decision making, right? You have to overcome it. You have to live above it. You have to move forward, and you have to live your life. If you live in fear, like I said before in the previous video, you are going to drag others down with you. You're going to make everybody's life worse, and that's not what you're here for. That's not what you should be doing. You should be here to make other people's lives better and your own better. If you make your own better, your own life better, you will naturally just bring everybody else up with you. So I'm not telling you should sacrifice yourself. I just read Atlas Shrugged. There's a lot of things bouncing around in my head right now, and I do agree with Ayn Rand's ultimate idea that you should not live in the service of another. That's not what we're here for. But you should be using your life to make things better for yourself and the people around you. So I think I'll leave it at that. Don't let death consume you. Don't see it as something just lurking around every single corner, even though it could snap you up at any point. But use it as a motivator to live your life, not a motivator of fear. Use it to push you forward so that you do the things that you want to do before it actually happens. So, and Merry Christmas. My message today is filled with love and holiday cheer. So, but something to think about, especially when you're hanging out with your friends and family. There's a good example right there. I'm glad I just said that. I just had a thought struck me. It hurt. But imagine if you're living in fear and you're not spending any time with your friends and family, right? That's the antithesis of what you're here for and what you should be doing. So spend Christmas with your family. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. That's stupid. All right. Thanks everybody for your time. Always appreciate it. Leave a comment, send an email if you want to join the conversation. Go check me out on Rumble. Getting some decent views over there, so I appreciate those of you who are checking this out on Rumble right now. That looks like it's going to be a pretty good platform. It's merging with a lot of different platforms, like the Locals one, which I was thinking of doing. It's merging anyway, so I guess I'll be doing that in some fashion in the future. So, okay, thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time.